we want to get up close and personal on Peters on the Block. Today's guest is Joo Ah-rum, the director of a Korean language centre in Melbourne, Australia, who is leading the Hallyu wave in the private sector, reaching beyond public initiatives with a focus on Korean language and culture. As we wrap up 2025, a year where the Hallyu craze was especially intense, we've invited her as our final guest of the year to share vivid first-hand stories from the local scene. Joo Ah-rum, please say hello to our listeners.
안녕하세요. 멜버른에서 한국어 어학원을 운영하고 있는 조아름입니다. 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다. Woo! Benny from the Philippines and Sophie from Kota Kinabalu saying, good morning, Miss Joo Ah-rum. Welcome to the studio. And I'd like to echo those greetings. You are Korean, Adam, but since you're visiting from Australia, is it okay to conduct the interview in English?
네, 괜찮아요. 제가
네.
집에서도 한국어를 쓰고 일하는 데서도 한국어를 쓰다 보니까 영어가 좀 어색해졌지만 해보겠습니다.
Okay. So what she was saying to translate is that speaking Korean at home and at school as well, of course, it's maybe the most comfortable tongue. But for our listeners, for you guys, English is what we'll try and do. So you're currently living in Australia, in Melbourne, and you're just back in Korea for a short visit.
Yeah. So, my parents really wanted to see my kids. I have got
they live in Korea, your parents?
Yeah. And as well as, meeting you. and as you know, in Australia at the moment, it's like we have a long break.
Oh, really? For
Christmas and New Year's, usually a lot of businesses close. So our school has a summer break as well.
Oh, nice, because it's summer in the southern hemisphere, of course.
Yes.
So is that the long school holiday, the longest?
Yes,
is now?
Yeah, it's now.
Oh, how long is a school holiday in Australia?
Public schools, usually starting from the 21st, 22nd until end of Jan.
Until the end of January.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's just like a British summer holiday is like maybe middle of July until end of August.
Yeah.
So it's just the opposite in the winter time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've taken the opportunity to come back home to Korea. How long has it been since you came to Korea?
Since my kids were born, we come back to Korea quite often.
Okay.
So I was here about 1.5 years ago.
Oh, nice.
And my parents...
They want to see them all the time.
Yeah.
Do they not come out to Australia to
they
see
do.
them? Okay.
They do, but my parent has a bad back, so they couldn't come.
The travel time is pretty long, right? The time zone is pretty good to travel to Australia.
Yes.
So there's no jet lag, but the problem is the flight is still, 10 hours or something like that?
Yeah, and Melbourne, usually we don't have direct flight.
Oh, no.
So it takes 14 hours.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, going to Vietnam or Singapore.
Okay, you need to change there.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of behind or backstory, as we might say in Korean. Adam was actually out at a ski resort this morning and then came on the train to do this interview, and then you're going back to the ski resort.
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing this,
My
Adam.
pleasure. I really wanted to come.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks for inviting me.
So when people think of learning Korean abroad, we've talked about the King Sejong Institute as well a lot on #DailyK. It might be the first place that comes to mind. So it's really impressive to see Korean language education thriving so actively in the private sector as well. So could you introduce your language centre to us? You set this up yourself?
Yeah. Back in 2018, before COVID, I was always tutoring in Korea.
Oh, nice.
In Australia or in Korea, I was always in the education. But walking down the street in Melbourne, you could feel like something's going on about Korean culture. Like Korean restaurants is everywhere, and Korean shops are popping up. Yeah. And a lot of people ask me why don't you teach me Korean?
Oh, nice.
So I started teaching Korean to my friends, and no one was teaching Korean back then.
Oh, really?
Not
Okay.
really.
Yeah.
So I tried, And we started from zero, and now we have over 300 students.
That's amazing. So just because you could feel something about Korea becoming more of a point of interest in Melbourne, and you thought, this would be good timing, and people were asking you as well. Oh, that's cool. So what was the turning point, though? If you were just tutoring people, you know, you could have just kept tutoring people. But why did you think, okay, let's establish a school? Was there something that pushed you into that?
It's mainly because of culture. You know, when it comes to language, it's not just about learning the sentence or vocabulary. So people are genuinely interested in the culture.
Sure.
So I wanted to introduce the Korean culture for the people who are, you know, eager to learn more different, you know, Korea and Korean culture.
Yeah.
So the tutoring wasn't enough. I wanted to have like a safe place for people to come and to feel belonging there. Like becoming Korean too, you know, like when it comes to language, it's about immersing into culture. That's most important. So I wanted to make the space for people.
That's such a nice kind of noble effort. You don't just want to do something transactional, just teach them a word or a sentence. You want to immerse them in the whole thing. Can I ask, how did you come to living Melbourne in the first place? If you grew up here in Korea, I assume. Then what took you to Australia?
Pardon? Sorry?
Why did you go to Australia?
My husband is Australian.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You met him here in Korea? Or?
He's a teacher.
Okay.
So he's a teacher in Australia and he was teacher in Korea too. He has a family member who's Korean too.
Oh, wow.
His auntie is Korean.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so he has a Korean influence in Korea, in Australia.
Okay.
So I met him here when I was tutoring. As well. So, so we moved back to Australia.
How long ago was that?
It was 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you started your family over there and started this Korean school.
Yeah.
And so you've put your roots down there. Because I think it's always interesting as Koreans who go abroad, you know, to adjust to that culture. That's difficult enough. But then to spread Korean culture there, that's really, really something to respect big time. And so one aspect that we're always curious about on Daily K is Hallyu, right? The Korean wave.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's really hot overseas right now, especially, like let alone 2018. So we see it in the news all the time. But do you truly feel that the interest in Korea has grown in Australia, in Melbourne, since you maybe opened your school? And like last year it was all about, or this year I should say, K-pop demon hunters and things like that. Can you feel it getting hotter and hotter? Or please be honest, Adam. If you think, no, it's not at all like that, then that's okay as well. We're really curious,
I'm 100% honest here. So like, when I went to Australia 2012, like, the things people asked me about Korea was always, as you know, North Korea,
yes.
kimchi, you know, that's all about it. But now people are more specific. They ask about like tteokbokki.
Oh wow!
Like, oh, I love tteokbokki.
Wow, just regular Australian people.
Yeah, regular Australian people, and also when it comes to Korean language teaching, in 2018 when I started, our students was mainly Asian background Australian.
Okay.
Yeah, like over 80%.
Oh, right.
But now, like a lot of local Australian, like Caucasian Australian, and over like 70%, like a lot of them.
Wow.
And like everywhere, people from everywhere learning Korean, and that's very different. And it's not just Korean culture anymore. I find it like people are genuinely interested in Korean people now.
Oh, wow.
So not just Korea and Korean culture and language. And they love Korean people.
Oh, nice.
And they're interested in, Koreans' personality and what they do, their manners.
Is your husband getting jealous then, if they're more interested in you personally as well?
He's more like, oh, Korea was my thing now. And everyone loves it.
Now it's everyone's thing.
Yeah.
I understand that. And I think some of our listeners are like that, because some of our listeners have been on board since like 2010, right? 15 years. So they were kind of very niche, very ahead of the curve. And now everyone likes it. I think some listeners feel like, no, this was my thing.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
everyone likes it.
Yeah.
I don't like this. We got a message from So Twin Mums saying it's really nice to have the Hallyu talk from the perspective of someone living abroad. 실감나고 와닿네요. It is something that makes it feel more real, right? And CT's one of our listeners from Down Under says, I just dropped by into the chat and I see that we have someone from Australia. What's being discussed about the land of Oz? We're talking about Melbourne. We've got Joo Ah-rum, who has founded a language centre there, a Korean language centre, talking about how Hallyu is really like gaining traction in Australia. Tell us what you think, CT. Where exactly are you living? I think it was Brisbane, if I'm not mistaken. Is that far from Melbourne?
Yeah.
Australia's so big, right? So it must take hours.
2 hours flight. Yeah.
Wow, okie dokie. We also have some videos as well. So besides running the language centre, you put a load of effort into promoting Korean culture. So some of the videos on the Instagram account. So if you want to follow it, it's my Korean school _ something. Is it?
Yeah, underscore. Yeah,
underscore.
underscore. Yeah.
Oh, just underscore,
Yeah.
and that's it. Okay, and so we've got some videos to show, and we'll talk over them as well. We won't play the audio. So let's chat about this one. Oh, this looks really cool. This is about a Seoul market, is it, this video? What did you do here then, Adam?
Yeah, so we collaborate with a local business in Melbourne, and they've got Easy Street. They've got beautiful beer garden.
Oh,
so
nice.
we invited Korean small business owners from all over Melbourne, like selling rice cakes, from rice cakes to hanbok or Korean skincare, and we opened this market for people to feel Seoul in Melbourne.
So this is just a temporary kind of pop-up event, is it?
Yeah, so like quarterly.
I think people are going to love it. It looks so good. Like there's food, there's drinks, there's alcohol, there's soju, there's ceramics, there's makeup, there's little Korean souvenirs as well. Like K-souvenirs seem to be really hot at the moment, right?
Yeah, they love it. They love it. You know, the colors and the shapes, like you see a lot of dramas, like it, and you can actually feel it in the market. Like, I think I saw this kind of thing in drama.
Right.
Yeah.
And that would make you feel like closer to the culture, like you say. It's not just about the language. Are there lots of people then who were running those booths who have regular businesses selling Korean products then in Melbourne?
Yeah. So they are small business owners, and they want to promote their business to the general public as well. So this event wasn't just about for my school. So it was for like general public in Melbourne who are interested in Korean culture, like even just who want to experience like a new culture, like new things, right? So they came along and so those things.
I think the more people that know about that, if it's a regular thing, it'll get more and more popular, surely. Because like, people love now independent things rather than big businesses doing something. Like pop-up stores and street food and stuff like that. Was there any food that was particularly popular there, would you say?
Yeah, so everyone now in Melbourne knows what tteokbokki is.
Wow.
Yeah, what kimbap is.
Do they like it? Because my British friends, when I brought them here, the texture of tteokbokki is so chewy. Like they couldn't get used to it, so they didn't like it very much.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, like in 2012, everyone was like, I don't really like the texture. I don't know why people eat it. But now it's so trendy that they have to like it.
Yeah, it does feel that way, right?
Yeah, it's like, I like it.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't eat it every day, but I like it. But it's like they are more open to it.
Yeah, I think because it's cool. If something's cool, your mind is more open to it.
Yes.
So I don't think it was disgusting before, but because people were so unfamiliar with it, they were just like, I don't really like this from a Western perspective. We don't have this texture. But now, because it's cool and trendy, people are like, I think it's going to be good. And then it is good. And then you eat it. And I love tteokbokki now. I used to hate it as a child, I've got to say.
You did?
Yeah, I didn't like that chewiness as well. I was like, when do I stop chewing this? It's just forever and ever and ever. But it's so cool to see, like, a quote-unquote almost Western country like the US, like Australia, like tteokbokki, and that be a trend. We've got another video here, which is something completely different again. 한국 공예, or Korean handicraft or handcraft classes.
Yeah.
Wow, what were you making here? Is this with members of your school then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we invited some of our students here with a Korean craft teacher.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's a wall hanging. As you can see, like there's a bokjumoney there, like with
yeah.
different hanbok silk, using different hanbok silk.
Oh, nice. And they created those. They sewed them together.
Yeah. So it was, when we had this event, it was close to Mother's Day.
Ah, nice.
So like a lot of students came to make a gift for their mothers.
Perfect.
Yeah, and you know, like you see this kind of textile or patterns in Korean sageuk.
Yes.
You know, period dramas and stuff. But they don't really have many chance to actually feel it,
Sure.
actually see it,
And
unless you go to Korea.
You're not going to wear it often, like the
No.
sageuk hanboks, but this
Yeah.
you could hang up on your wall.
Yeah, and you can feel it and see, like they're more close to the culture. Yeah.
Wow. So where do you find these materials and stuff? Do you have to import them from Korea? Or?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
but like as the Korean culture is more like general and popular, surprisingly, we have hanbok maker in Melbourne
Wow.
who is local Australian.
Who's not Korean?
Yeah, no, she's her name is Miranda. She's amazing hanbok maker.
Wow.
Yeah, so we bought it from.
How did
from her.
she learn to make hanboks?
Oh, I think she studied Korean a little bit, and then
Wow.
she met this hanbok 장인 in Melbourne somewhere, so she just right into hanbok making.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, she's.
One of our guests is actually from South Africa, and he studied hanbok design and fashion as well. So he talks about fashion on our show. But to have that abroad, like a non-Korean making hanboks, that's fabulous, isn't it?
It's very interesting, yeah.
Wow, so people who go to your Korean school must love all these extracurricular activities,
They
not
do.
just the language, right? And this next one is an end-of-year party, I see.
Yeah.
Is this at your school?
We hired a hall,
Oh,
but this
nice.
is end of year party for my school.
wow.
Yeah, my Korean school. So as you can see here, like you can see lots of cookies or Korean food.
japchae earlier
and
as well, the
japchae.
noodles.
Yeah, so we had actually the Korean flea market, like a 벼룩 시장
cool.
with students, so they can speak Korean when they
Yeah.
buy things.
Oh,
and
you
sell
can test
things.
it out.
Yeah, and
That's
they can
brilliant.
count Korean money there.
Oh,
like
nice.
Korean money is so hard for students, you know, it's like a big number.
Sure.
And Korean number is like we have two different systems.
It's
You know,
difficult, isn't it?
It's the hardest part for students, so it was great fun.
Oh, wow. And like singing performances, dance performances as
Yeah,
well.
we did K-pop dance performance and
This
K-pop
granny,
dance.
she is loving
Yeah,
it.
she's
Wow.
awesome. She really enjoyed K-pop dancing.
Oh, cool.
You know, like there are a lot of Korean K-pop dance studios,
Yeah.
but there are not a lot of place these students to feel safe there.
Yeah.
Like when they're just normal people who are not
Sure.
really into dancing. So we wanted to open a safe place for experience for people to experience Korean K-pop as well. So they're dancing here.
Oh, it's like a lead kind of class, like Zumba almost or something.
No, it's 아파트.
Oh, wow,
So
they're
it was
learning how to
this
dance
time,
it.
like apa트, Rose's apa트 was so popular. It was everywhere in Melbourne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in Melbourne, like on the street when you walk down the Melbourne main CBD,
Yeah.
you hear it everywhere.
Really? It's just
Yeah,
coming out. Because
yeah.
Rosie originally from Australia, right? She
Yeah,
lived and grew
yeah,
up in Australia.
yeah.
So do Australians have like a soft spot for her? For
Yes,
Rosie?
yes. Even general public asked me like, I heard there's
Yeah.
a Australian
Yeah.
kid in K-pop
Yeah.
band. I said, oh yeah, you're talking about the female like Rose? Yes, 아파트. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not just K-pop fans anymore.
Yeah, just general folk
Yeah.
know about that. The audience is so diverse as well. The
Yeah.
people who have come, you see, like you said, lots of Caucasian people, lots of Asian people, and from all different walks of life, and from all ages, it seems as well.
Yeah.
Do you feel that like there's no particular generation?
Yeah, so when we started, it was mainly, K-pop fans and K-drama fans, like early 20s, like right after university or in university. But now, from 18 to 60,
Yeah.
so as you can see, like over 50 students, like they really love Korean culture and drama.
Yeah.
And they want to learn Korean. And they have time to travel to Korea too. So they want to come to Korea, interact with people, so they learn Korean language.
Wow. And I always find that the most rewarding is when our listeners who are, all over the world, they actually visit Korea and they tell us and they send us photos, then you feel like mission complete or the game is over or something like that. They've been and they've done it. And it's so nice to see their positive feedback from that. And I'm sure you're inspiring many people to want to come to Korea, which is an amazing thing to do. And this last video we have is linked to the Lunar New Year. Is it Seollal, I see? Oh, with some traditional foods and whatnot. Wow.
Yeah, so for it was 2000, this year, so for Seollal event, we made tteokguk together, the rice cake soup. Yeah, this dog also has that chewy texture, right?
Yeah.
But surprisingly, everyone liked it.
Oh, fantastic.
The broth and the texture.
Yeah.
And you see this kind of food, especially tteokguk in the drama.
Yeah.
People bowl with hanbok and eating tteokguk. But they don't get to eat this. It's not restaurant food.
No.
So here, we give them chance to cook tteokguk together and
eat it.
Yeah, the students are like, I never really tasted before.
Sure.
Yeah, it's really nice.
That flavor profile and the texture profile is so unfamiliar. And then I can see you doing some games like Kongi Nori as well, and teaching them to play Korean jacks. Maybe you could describe that as, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And then are you giving, they look like kind of pretend Korean money to one another.
Yes, yeah.
Like the Seollal tradition.
Yeah, so 새해 복 많이 받으세요. So Happy New Year. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. The pronunciation is so hard.
So difficult.
But students always ask me, but we don't have enough time to practice that.
Sure.
Well, using this opportunity, we gave everyone the envelope with Korean money, random amount.
Oh, nice.
And they have to talk to random students saying 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
And then give money to each other.
Yeah, money to each other. And at the end of the day, we open the envelope.
Yeah.
And the highest money, the person who has the highest money get a prize.
They're the winners.
Yeah, they're the winners. Yeah, and they have to count in Korean.
Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, and then maybe say the amount of money. Because language learning, I find, is so much more interesting and it sticks in your memory if you do something with the language, right? Not if you're just looking at a book and filling out questions. But if you do an activity linked to it, then it sticks in your memory for so long.
Yes,
right?
yes. Language learning is not just about memorizing vocabulary or, pattern sentences. Yeah. It's about interaction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so when you interact with people, you use all the senses.
Yeah.
And it's not just about getting the right, accurate pronunciation even. So it's about experience. Yeah. So this kind of moment encourage people to, speak more and get familiar more.
And everyone looks like they're having such a good time
as well.
They
do.
Apart from one lady who's really concentrating on the jacks there, on the kongi nori. That's so annoying,
Someone
that game.
has to win. Someone has to win.
I hate that game. I'm so bad at it. And seeing them exchange that, I'm guessing that there must be Korean festivals, right? The Korean community, not just you and your school, but there must now be more of this. I can see CT says, isn't there an 안녕 Melbourne festival in March to promote K-pop? I heard that some big K-pop stars are coming. ENHYPEN, Treasure and Taemin. Wow, so some K-pop stars are maybe coming along for a concert there. Have you seen that before, K-pop stars coming to Melbourne?
Yeah, K-pop stars coming to Melbourne all the time.
Oh, really?
For concert
wow.
or for promotion. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, my students sometimes, skipped our lessons. I was like, where are you going? You have to come. And, 선생님, I have to go to concert. Twice is coming. Park Jae-bum is coming.
Well, it's linked to K-culture, so it's kind of a field trip.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah. Yes.
You'll let them off missing class. And is there a Victoria Korean Association?
Yes.
What does that do?
So that's a Korean community.
Okay. You're part of that community as well.
Yeah. So it was mainly for Korean community only back then. But now they do hold events like Seollal event and Chuseok event and making kimchi together or sharing injeolmi, the rice cake.
Oh, nice.
And now, like a lot of local people visit there to feel Korean culture there too. Yeah.
So originally it was like for Koreans to connect with one another and like have that sense of home.
Yes.
But now locals are like joining in as well. Oh wow! I wonder how everyone feels about that. Like, I'm sure it's amazing to have a lot of interest, but maybe you're like, no, this is for us. Like, we want to make the kimchi for one another.
No, never, never. Like very welcome. You know, very appreciative. Like, oh, you love this culture. How they're always amazed that people really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely compared to the 80s when my mum went to the UK. There was such little interest in Korea. I'm sure she would love to live in this time as a young Korean, and like spread the culture more now.
I know your mom's feel. Like I was in Germany in 2008.
Yeah.
And they were not interested in Korea. They were interested in North Korea.
Right. And it just is like, no, like this South Korea is amazing and we got so much to show off and things like this. And finally, the time has come, I feel. We're going to listen to a song and be back in part 2 with some more listener comments. If you got any questions for Adam, please let us know as well. This is your song request, though. Bibi's Pamyanggeng. Why did you choose this one?
Oh, Bibi is so popular.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not sure how popular she is in Korea.
Yeah.
But she's so popular out of Korea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my students find Bibi very hip.
Yeah, she is
trendy
cool.
and cool. And her song is so nice.
Yeah.
And the Pamyanggeng has that tongue twist moment. 달디달디단. And
so hard.
They love it.
Wow, that's a good practice, I suppose, for Korean pronunciation. I cannot do it, so I'm not even going to try to imitate from Bibi. That was a big hit here in Korea. But after that, I don't know, she hasn't followed it up with too many mainstream hits, but obviously a beloved artist, home and abroad. Lots of you getting in touch. CT says, I think Rose grew up in Melbourne, in fact. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. That's a good link as well. And we've also got some questions from, some comments, from Siska saying, that is such a nice pop-up market. It did look amazing, the scale of that. So that was run by your school or by the association together?
My school and the local business who has a facility. As well. So we collaborate.
Together.
Yeah, two businesses collaborate together, open this Seoul market for general public as well as Korea fans. It was such a big hit, and we expected only about, I guess, 500 people.
Yeah.
But like more than 1,000 people visited. It was actually too many people came.
Wow.
So like everything was sold out. Like tteokbokki, odeng, 어묵, and everything was sold out really quickly.
Well, that's good news, though, isn't it? That there's more interest than expected. Miss Andriani saying, I'd love to join that fun event. You're from Jakarta. I'm sure, every country now must have some kind of hub of Korean culture. It could be something run by the government, like the Sejong Language Institutes. It could also be the Korean cultural centers, the Hanguk Munha ones. Those have got to many different places. Or it could be something like Adam's Korean school that is run by the private sector. And that looks so well organized as well, Adam. So this is like a full-time 365 days of the year job for you, running the school. What happens now? So everyone's on break at the moment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. We have two weeks breaks.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then you're back to it straight away when you go back to Melbourne. That is tough, isn't it? With 2 young kids that you said that you're raising as well. So we're here, Peter's on the block with Joo Ah-rum, who is teaching Korean and introducing Korean culture and creating the first Korean experience for locals in Melbourne, Australia. And what is the phrase, or what is the question? What do you hear most from students who come to your language centre?
Generally, here, a lot of students visit Korea. So they ask about manners. And for example, something like, 선생님, like I was sitting in front of my family, like family-in-law. I was crossing my legs and I got in trouble. And why is that? And that kind of questions a lot. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I have to explain.
Yeah, manners and etiquette, it's so different. I think every country has their own differences, but between like Western thinking countries and then East Asian countries, there's so much to talk about. So do you have like lessons on etiquette and manners as well? Or does that all like mixed in with the language?
Mixed in with language, yeah. So when you learn a language, you learn like greetings or, how to say politely. And that moment we teach the manners as well.
Okay.
Yeah, like what kind of things Korean people find it rude.
Yeah.
Just like putting things like this,
just putting it down.
Putting it down, like not handing in with
two
hands.
hands,
Yeah,
that kind of thing as well, right?
And they're really, eager to learn.
Yeah.
They want to learn because they don't want to offend people. They respect the culture.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I think even sometimes foreigners find it more interesting and they stick to the older traditional manners more sometimes than Koreans.
Yes,
because they're like, I learned it was this way, so I want to do it this way. I don't want to be casual. Like, I learned you need to bow, you need to do this and that.
The other day, like we had 2015 end of year party, and there was some soju there, and one of my students wanted to cheer, like convey with me, but they put he put his glass down
lower than
me, so I totally forgot about that. And I was like, what are you doing?
You're teaching me. Yeah, if you don't know, guys, I think we've talked about a lot of drinking culture on Daily K, but if you are the youngest or lower in hierarchy, you're supposed to cheers your glass lower than the other person's. The problem in Korea is when you're trying to all be polite, everyone will go lower and lower, and then you're just like on the table and everyone's doing cheers. And so you might be the first kind of point of contact for people getting into Korea and its culture. Do you feel like a heavy sense of responsibility? You're kind of representing the country in a way. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, I do have that kind of burden, not burden, the responsibility.
Yeah.
I feel that responsibility sometimes because a lot of students want to learn Korean but have never met Korean person before and never been to Korea. So they see Korea through me. So, but, Koreans, like for us, it's important to be polite and kind. So just try to be ourselves. But it is sometimes, feel responsibility.
Yeah. I feel that, it's very hard to represent a country. Like sometimes that's my role on Korean broadcasting channels, to represent the UK, and say, in Britain it's like this, but I'm just one British person out of millions. And I have a certain point of view and opinion on things that might not represent Britain. And it's hard to always say, okay, this is just my personal opinion. So sometimes you say, English people think like this. And then another English person might say, no, that's completely wrong. And that's okay, I feel, right? We're all just people, individual people.
Yeah.
We can't all have the same perspective on everything.
No. So we do. No, I tell my teachers, like when we have meetings.
Yeah. Are all your teachers Koreans?
Yeah,
then?
they're all native Koreans.
Yeah.
And I tell my teachers, like, don't feel burdened, but be genuine.
Yeah.
Like, just tell what you feel is right. Yeah.
And then you can't go wrong, right? If you're authentic to you, then if someone even says like, I don't agree with that, I'm a Korean, you'd say, well, that's my opinion, you know, and that's my point of view.
Yes, sometimes students who visited Korea, and they find something's rude. Like not holding the doors, or like the elevator, like closing the doors,
yes.
or how the mid-aged people interact. Sometimes like blunt. Blunt. But like everyone's explanation is different. My explanation is, we have different history, like fast development or Korean education was different, like different manners. But like some people might deliver it differently. But it's all Koreans' view. So as you said,
there's no way to actually prove or disprove that either, right? You can't say Koreans don't hold the door open because they're rude, and you could prove that, or they're doing that because they're in a rush. You can't prove it, right? Everyone's got a different reason.
We don't hold it because we don't find it offensive. It's
very different. I've got to say, like, that really did shock me when I first lived here in 2008. I was like, I'm quite close to this person going through the door, and then bang. Whereas in the UK, it's the opposite end. It's too much. Like, you'll hold it even if someone is way far away.
100 meters away.
And then you feel like you've got to rush to the door because someone's holding it open for you. But in Korea, I feel like more people do open doors nowadays. So I find that nice. And then in England, whenever I go back, I feel less people open the door. So maybe we're meeting in the middle somehow or some way as things get global. The time where we talk with people from all different fields. Peter's on the block today. We're very blessed and honoured and very lucky to have Joo Ah-rum, who's leading a Korean language education and cultural exchange at the private level beyond the King Sejong Institute and running a Korean language centre in Melbourne, Australia. CT saying, and maybe, Adam, you didn't correct me because you're very polite, it's not Melbourne, how it's spelt, but Melbourne. Oh, really? I think I go between, but okay, now I know for sure. Melbourne.
Yeah, Melbourne.
Not Melbourne. Oh, I must have sounded like such an idiot foreigner there. Melbourne. Like maybe some people come to the UK and they see Leicester, but the way it's spelt, a lot of Americans say Leicester, but it's not like that. Oh, and you say it's a bit like Americans pronouncing Brisbane as Brisbane. Ah, I don't do that. I know Brisbane is Brisbane. There we go. Okay, all right. On the right tracks. So for our international listeners, you know, many of them, if they were living in Melbourne, I'm sure they'd be going to your school. These people who tune into ARIRANG, they're interested in Korea and its culture. We have a daily, Korean sentence that we learn together as well, and they send in their voice clips and we give them feedback. So if they're thinking about more actively learning Korean, what advice would you give to them? Is it necessary for them to find a school, like a local school, and go to it? Or is it possible to do it all on the internet or all with textbooks? Do you have any good tips for people learning?
Of course, everything helps, but depending on personality, depending on where you are. But going to institute is good because it's steady.
Yeah.
So you do it regularly.
You have to go,
You
right?
have to go, whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
You have to go. So that's very good. And you can interact with people, like-minded people and the teachers. And you can actually ask questions, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to looking for a more personal level,
Yeah.
and even making random friends on internet,
Oh.
language partners,
Yes.
that's very helpful.
Yeah, these days,
yeah.
there are so many people out there keen to share, right?
Yeah.
So if you can find a Korean speaker who wants to learn your language, then you can even do it for free, right? Just a
Yeah.
language exchange. There is so much out there. But that's the good thing about schools, right? And institutes. You pay for it, and then you're like, I got to do it. If you're like me, you'll just give up after a few days if you just do it by yourself. So it makes you want to go. And then, doing it with people, that community vibe.
Yeah. That makes you keep going.
Yeah.
Especially some students of mine, and they came to us just to feel about Korean language, and now they've been learning 3 years and 4 years.
Just get sucked in, right? And then you stay.
The culture and language.
And that's fabulous for learning. All right, Adam, it is time to do our quiz, but there is a caveat. It's not compulsory, right? This is a completely optional segment. And I say that because our writer, who will let the cat out of the bag, you're actually related to, our senior writer is your cousin, right?
Yes.
And you've met her for the first time in 2 decades, right? So I was very taken aback by our writer being very motivated to get you on the show, seeing you for the first time in 20 years, dragging you from the ski resort here. And she, for every guest, makes the question quite difficult in their area of expertise.
Okay.
So sometimes we get wrong answers. And so that's why we say it's optional. No pressure. If you don't want to do it, if you think, if I get the wrong answer, it'll look terrible, then you can say no. So I'll give you one chance. Would you like to take the quiz, Adam? Yes or no?
Of course, yes.
Yes, good. That spirit of taking things on, doing the challenge. Okay, so here is the quiz question. Listeners, play along as well. If you get the answer right, Adam, you can pick one of the prizes from our big box of prizes. There are good ones and terrible ones, like a selfie with Peter is also a prize. I do apologise.
That's a good one. That's amazing
the
one.
worst. Okay, so Taekwondo, a martial art from Korea, is now practiced worldwide, and it was first adopted as the official Olympic sport at the 2000 Sydney Olympics in Australia, right? So here's the question. Taekwondo belts use colours to represent a practitioner's stage of growth and mindset. What is the colour of the belt worn by a beginner? And, it's a 2-part question, what is the colour of the highest level belt? Do you know the lowest and highest level belts?
I think I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think
I would definitely get the highest level. I think most of our listeners could get the highest level. But the lowest level, I think I would get that wrong. Wow. Confident?
I think I do, yeah.
Okay, so first up then, I think the easier part, the highest level belt is what colour?
Black.
Okay, I'll give you half a ding dong ding. And then for the lowest level, what is the colour?
People might think it's yellow, but I think it's white.
Final answer?
Oh, maybe it's yellow.
No, I shouldn't have confused you. I'll be a gentleman. White?
Yeah.
I thought it was yellow as well.
No, it's white.
How do you know that? Have you done taekwondo? Or?
No, I wanted to, but my mom didn't let me because I was too wild as a kid.
Really?
So I was looking at people wearing taekwondo everywhere,
Really?
like white belt.
Yeah.
I was like, I want that.
Oh, and you didn't get to do it. Oh,
No.
wow. I wonder why people confuse it. Because, I was pretty certain yellow as well. Because maybe that's the one you see a lot.
Yes, white you can't see, but there's a white belt. Yeah.
That really makes sense.
Yeah.
And CT also agreeing, white, and the 10th Dan is also black. Yeah, you get to black belt, and then there are Dans after that, which just keep on going up and up. And here in Korea, for a bit of cultural background, kids, the majority, I would say, go to taekwondo classes more to just exercise and have fun rather than really as a self-defense art like here.
Yeah.
It's more about exercising with the teacher and having a good time. They have sleepovers and all sorts. Is there taekwondo like in Melbourne as well? There are taekwondo classes?
Yeah, everywhere. It's very popular.
Wow.
Yeah, very popular. Taekwondo, like a lot of master is not even Korean.
Oh, they're like Australian or from other
yeah.
countries as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that in the UK. So before I forget, you get to choose a prize. Choose well, Adam. It's not my fault if you choose a terrible one.
I will go yellow because
Okay.
our school color is yellow.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay, if you pop that open and read out what is on there. Okay.
Awesome.
I hope it's a good one, please. What does it say?
I needed this.
Okay.
치카치카 휴대용 칫솔 지약 세트.
Wow,
감사합니다.
a portable toothbrush and toothpaste set that Adam says she needed. I'm glad you did need it. That's very polite. You get it straight away, Adam. There you go.
Wow. It even has a case.
Yes,
Amazing.
it's got a little case, it's got some cute characters on it as well. Congratulations, Adam.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time, but one last greeting to our listeners and maybe your hopes for the future as well, Adam.
Yeah. People who are listening to this radio and people who are interested in learning Korean, I just want to say, just do it.
Just
it's
do it.
Fun. Yeah.
Get into it.
Yeah, and hopefully people more interested in Korean culture and language and enjoy the culture and appreciate the culture, and yeah. And if you have any questions about Korean language or culture, hit me up through Instagram as well.
Please find Adam. So the best way to search for you is what on Instagram? What do they need to type in? My Korean School?
Yes.
Underscore?
Underscore.
Okay,
yeah.
and then you can
the yellow
find Adam.
logo will come up.
So even if you're not in Melbourne, I'm assuming there's some great content on there to kind of keep your interesting career going. So you're doing such a great job, Adam. I want to say massive respect. If I ever go back to the UK, I want to do something like that, like set up an institute or school. It would be my dream to do it, but I just would be too lazy. I'm a power P personality type.
I'm Power P.
Really?
Yes,
and you still did? That's a miracle,
Yeah,
Adam.
I just
How
do
did
it.
you do it? Wow.
I just do it and
Just
then
don't
think about it later.
Jump in.
Yeah,
Adam,
jump in.
thank you so much. Have a safe journey back to Yongpyong and enjoy the rest of your time in Korea. And hopefully we could have Adam back on in the future. We're going to leave things here for today. Massive thanks to all our staff members behind the scenes and June to take us out with To You. It's been your daily dose of Korea. #DailyK out. Bye-bye.
Bye.